My job experience. Yo, why are we censoring out job like it's a bad
Today,
word,
I'll be
bro?
talking about one of humanity's biggest fears. A job!
Yo, why did he say all that without, bro? What's with the scary mask, bro? Are y'all really afraid of jobs? There's no shot y'all are afraid of jobs,
This is
bro.
a horrifying path that almost everybody will have to eventually face in their life, whether
Man, come on, bro. Getting a job ain't that bad. If at least if you can like deal with your job and you're getting paid
we
well.
like it or not. And most of the time, we don't. But everyone has to get their bread somehow. So we just gotta suck it up and pray that we win the lottery or our parlay hits one day. Because let's be for real, nobody want a job. Like, unless you got real.
I mean, I think most people just want something to do like proactive in their lives. You feel me? Like it's not even necessarily having a job. Like if nobody had a job and you're just sitting at home all day, I promise you're gonna get bored. You're gonna eventually gonna want to do something with your life. If you're just sitting around all day, like that's just there's nothing to it.
For a certain type of work, I think most of us, if given a magical opportunity to get paid however much you get paid now and not work that job again, we would take it. Because most of us
Yeah, but
as a way to get
I mean, yeah, but,
I'm
gonna let him go.
try to make ends meet.
The
There's no room for you to pursue passions in this economy. You better second guess that art degree and major in business so you can be an executive marketing promoter for $1 billion company. But I digress. I'm just saying, I doubt that is most people's passions to work at a 9-to-5 at a warehouse lifting
Oh,
boxes.
nah.
I don't mean any disrespect, but am I wrong? Plus, it's fun being unemployed. As long as you got a roof over your head and don't need to worry about bills, most likely because you still live with your parents, then why would you want a job? That sounds like it's taken away.
Nah, yeah. But then again, you definitely want to like again get your own place, move out, get your own like car, you know, stuff like that.
From
So
being grandmaster on Rivals and watching reels. Nah, that's too much. But eventually you want to get your own stuff. You know, young boy tickets ain't free. Or life really hits
young
you
boy
in the
tickets.
face and now you actually have bills. So eventually we all have to get a job. However, you know what's harder than
why is it so hard for him to say it, bro?
actually deciding to get a job? Finding one that hires you. I swear you could send 100 applications to 100 different places and all of them would still ghost you. You think with how many job openings you see, the businesses are desperate to find people. But now it feels like they're posting it as bait just to mess with people or steal your info. Not only that, if this is your first job, you're gonna have a harder time because even the quote-unquote entry-level jobs are asking for a qualification of having prior experience. Like, isn't that what this job is for?
I swear to God.
How is someone supposed to get experience and not be homeless while almost every decent paying job requires that?
Nah, that's facts. That's facts. I will say that. That's the number one thing why people think college is like a scam. Like you're saying I need to have experience, but I went to school to get a job in order to obtain experience. So why are you telling me I need experience when I went to school to get a job to get that experience?
Trying to apply for a job on LinkedIn or Indeed is like sending your application into a void. I swear none of those people be reading them. You could have the most stacked profile on LinkedIn.
Then look at the
medals. You got
medals.
a bachelor's, master's, discovered the cure for cancer. Then you send in an application for your dream job to your dream company. Then they write back to you saying, we've read your application. Unfortunately, the CEO's daughter has took your position that you applied for, so back when I was still applying for jobs, I literally gave up on sending applications on those sites because I never get a response back. Like, damn, was my application that bad?
Bruh.
Even when your application does get noticed and you get set up for an interview, you still gotta go through some more bold.
That's true. That's true.
Why did you choose our business? Y'all hiring. Like, what's up? What is your main motivation to get your work done? Money? What else am I here for? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Hopefully not here. That's just me being honest with my answers. What do you want me to do? Work here for the rest of my life? This is a Wendy's. So you gotta lie with any question they ask. You have to make yourself look as good as possible.
Nah, okay. First of all, crazy thumbnail I just landed on. But nah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. It's weird. I don't want to say you gotta like lie, but you definitely gotta just present yourself in a higher way versus like other individuals. But also, I feel like a lot of people could be like considered overqualified And then sometimes that's why they don't get a job. You feel me?
So you gotta fake it till you make it. Even if they asked you a stupid question like, would you still work this job even if there was no pay? You say absolutely. I always wanted to be a slave.
Nah, I'm saying no, bro. I feel like that's like a litmus test. You feel me?
Congratulations, you have successfully
They trying to see if you
employed.
would.
The end of your life starts Tuesday. After starting a job, I feel after the first week, you can find out whether you like it or quit it the next month. And it won't be the job itself to motivate this decision. It's your boss and coworkers.
Jiggle my balls.
They can make or break
What?
this whole thing. If you happen to get a chill boss and coworkers you can vibe with, that's amazing. That's how my
Facts.
last real job was. I used to be a waiter for weddings and other events. That job low-key had me stressing because I wasn't good at the start. I was awkward taking orders, I would mess up orders, and one time I even dropped a whole tray of food I was carrying at the wedding. Best
No
believe
shot.
I didn't get tips that day. And what would get me kind of jealous is that some of my coworkers would walk out and carry 2 trays full of food on one shoulder. Like, damn, bro, are you Samoan? Those trays are mad heavy and so out of balance. But you know what kept me going? It was the fun time I had with my coworkers and boss. They were cool as hell. We had
Nah,
a
facts.
carpool
Coworkers and a good boss can take you very, very
to get
far.
to the events. It was always a vibe and a good time. They made my experience. Imagine working a 16-hour shift and walking out of it happy. One day I clocked in for a double shift for a wedding and a sweet 16 at 9:30 a.m. and clocking out at 1:30 a.m. Granted, I was dead after that shift and had to take off my shoes more than once, but I got $60 worth of tips and went to Wawa after work, so
Wawa.
I felt like Gucci. And I believe I only felt like this because the environment I was around was nice. Sometimes. I've had to serve some aggressive people at some points.
Yeah, it's my birthday today. What can I get out here for free? You a bitch.
If I had trash co-workers or a trash boss, I would have not stayed at that job for long. I have
Yeah.
zero patience for bullshit. Literally. Like example, the first job I've ever had in my senior year of high school, I was a janitor at a warehouse. I
Bro,
had
I've never
coworkers,
seen
so
that,
I
bro.
had
I've
nobody to
never
talk
seen
to,
that.
And my boss was not a bad person, but a bad boss. I'd be working shifts that were 2 to 3 hours every few days, cleaning the break rooms, hallways, and bathrooms. So my pay wasn't even that good, but since I was still in school, I was just thinking, I'm making money and I got more time to study and goon. That sounds like a win-win. But when payday arrived, I would only be paid for half the hours I worked. Sometimes
What?
less. I was already barely working as is, combined with a salary of $13 an hour, cleaning up pee-pee and poo-poo. Man, I'm not taking it. Plus, he only paid me through Cash App. You've ever had a job?
Oh, nah, you're getting scammed, bro. This gotta be illegal, bro. How is your boss paying you through Cash App? This gotta be a fake job. This gotta be something. This gotta be like an independent business or something. This gotta be a scam.
I only paid you through Cash App? Man, I had to go. I only worked there for a few weeks. He did pay me the rest of the money after, so he cool, but man, warehouse jobs are not it. My patience dwindled faster when I got accepted at BJ's, and I worked there for 1 day. I asked to go to the bathroom and left during orientation. I discovered they weren't what they advertised. How you gonna call yourselves BJ's without expecting people to have certain expectations?
Nah, that's foul. That's funny, but it's foul.
False advertising. So I left. That wasn't really the reason. I just didn't want to work in the freezer. That's
Yeah, I'm
when I
about to say,
started
there's
my
no
waiting
shot that's
job,
real.
Then YouTube, and now here I am. Unemployed since. I'm just saying I can understand the struggles of looking for and having a job. Especially the ones you only take to make ends meet. And the unemployed life can be really fun when you have stuff to fall back on. If not, it will only be short-term satisfaction.
Yeah, I'm about to
Eventually,
say.
you have to get a career, deal with any of the shortcomings of it, and do that for the rest of your life. The American dream! So when looking for a job, make sure to get one that you like if you have the privilege to do so. That's all I really wanted to say. And in conclusion, enjoy unemployment while you still can. Different strokes for different...
Bro, what was that? What was that?